If you've got eggs, you've got dinner. Hey, Chef Des coming at you from my kitchen again, and yeah, if you've got eggs, you've got dinner. I'm the corporate chef of BC Egg, and today I'm going to show you how to make a complete frittata out of some leftover pasta. I call this my leftover pasta frittata. So I have a little bit of leftover pasta, and I want to make dinner for the whole family, and this is not enough to go around. By adding BC Eggs to this, we're going to make a complete meal for the whole family. Let me show you how easy this is. So I have my oven preheated at 350 degrees. I'm actually going to be using my toaster oven today. And we're just going to take a little 8x8 cake pan and line it with parchment paper. Don't be too fussy with it. It will lift up a little bit. But once you get the eggs and everything in there, it's going to set into place. If you want the frittata to really easily lift out of there, you can also give it a little spray of baking spray. So in order to transform this into a complete dinner, we need 6 large BC eggs. Always remember, every single large BC egg has 14 key nutrients, all 9 essential amino acids, over 6 grams of the highest quality protein you can get. And 1 large egg, it's only 80 calories. So let's take these, and in a mixing bowl, we're just gonna break them in there. In order to pull this off successfully, you need to have enough eggs in your mix to make sure it sets up nicely in a pan. The biggest mistake in making a frittata is that you don't use enough eggs and it just falls apart when you go to cut it. So let's beat these up. All right, to the 6 eggs, we're gonna add 2 cups of leftover pasta. This could be any pasta shape with sauce, whatever you have on hand. I happen to have some linguine with some tomato sauce, but even like penne and meat sauce, whatever you have. 2 cups total to the 6 eggs. And to season up the eggs, the pasta, I'm assuming, is already seasoned. We're gonna add 3/4 teaspoon of salt and a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. You could be creative, add in some fresh herbs. You could add some hot chilies to this if you want to, whatever you want to do. But I'm gonna keep it very simple today. And then we're just going to mix this all together. You want to make sure that the eggs thoroughly coat the pasta. So really give it a good mix to make sure that the eggs are everywhere. And that will ensure that it's going to set up very nicely in the baking dish. And then what we're going to do, watch, this will fall into place once we put the pasta in here. Just like that. We'll get it all in. Then we'll take an opportunity to smooth this out and make sure it gets all the way in the edges of the pan. Once it's in the pan and that parchment paper has been pushed fully in, you can, optional, take a pair of scissors and trim some of that parchment off. Then we're going to top it with about 3/4 cup of grated cheddar cheese. This is going to provide a very nice crust on top. This part is optional. You can add an extra little bit of salt and pepper if you want. All depends how seasoned your pasta already is, though. And then we take that in a preheated 350-degree oven and bake that for about 30 to 40 minutes. You want this to be completely set, and if you're checking for an internal temperature, it should be a minimum of 160 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, there's our timer. Let's take this out. Oh, wow. Oh, it smells so good. Look at that. How beautiful is that? Now, the next thing I want you to do is, yeah, you gotta wait. I'm sorry. You wanna let this rest for about 5 minutes, let everything settle down so it all comes together and stays together. But what we can do to speed this up a little bit is we're gonna take it out of the pan to cool instead of leaving it in the pan. And that's the great thing about using the parchment paper. So I'm just gonna lift it out, put it on the cutting board, and we'll let that sit. All right, I can't wait any longer. It smells so good. I wanna get into this. So all we're gonna do, you can divide this into 4 portions. They're fairly large, or 6 portions. All I would do is serve that with a side salad, maybe a steamed vegetable, and you have a complete dinner. So let's just take a knife and slice into this. Oh yeah, look at this. perfectly set. Looks beautiful. And there you have it, leftover pasta frittata with good old BC eggs. If you've got eggs, you've got dinner. Make sure you check out the website at bcegg.com for a whole bunch of other great recipes, egg tips, and tricks. And this is Chef Des signing out. Where are you getting your protein from?